Just imagine a piece of land that belongs to a country depending upon the time of the year. After specific months, its sovereignty is transferred to another country that is right across the border, and the same repeats after an equal interval of time. Sounds strange, but what if I tell you that it's true and there is a place of the same kind? Well, that's the exact situation of this tiny island situated along the international border of France and Spain. In this video, I am going to talk about this place. How did it come into existence and what is the current status? If we look at the modern day border of France and Spain, things are pretty normal. All because of EU's Schengen area, which signifies a zone where 26 European countries abolished their internal borders for the unrestricted movement of people, in harmony with the common rules for controlling external borders and fighting criminality by strengthening the common judicial system and police cooperation. But in earlier times, things were not the same. Spain was ruled by Habsburgs, who had control over the entire Iberian Peninsula and the Holy Roman Empire. France was kind of blocked from both the sides by the same power. The border situation between France and Spain at that time can be compared to the DMZ, which is Korean Demilitarized Zone. In Korea, the representatives from both the sides meet in the building which is built exactly on the border and is divided in such a way that even their representatives sit on the chairs placed on their side while having discussions. But France and Spain had a different solution. They would meet on the Pheasant Island, situated in the middle of Bidossoa River, between French town Ande and Spanish town Iron. Throughout history, this island has witnessed many royal diplomatic meetings. France, which was situated in between Habsburg's empire, was involved in the 30-year war, which took place within the Holy Roman Empire. Soon later, France realized that this can prove fatal if they are involved in a war against an empire that is on both sides. Thus, to avoid this situation, the Treaty of Pyrenees was signed on the same Pheasant Island, which also arranged a marriage between Louis XIV of France and Maria Theresa of Spain, the daughter of Philip IV of Spain, along with that treaty. Both sides decided that this place will be considered as a condominium. Condominium, which is derived from the Latin word com, which means together, and dominium, which means right of ownership. As per the international law, is a political territory in or over which multiple sovereign powers formally agree to share equal dominion and exercise their rights jointly without dividing it into national zones. There are 8 such condominiums across the globe, but what makes this one unique is that according to the treaty, both France and Spain have sovereignty over the island, but for alternating periods of 6 months, which means this island will belong to one nation with full sovereignty over it. Since then, Spain owns this island from 1st February to 31st July, and France owns it from 1st August to 31st January. Since 1659, this island has been transferred for more than 720 times, and this continues. A monolith in this image was built to commemorate the meeting. There used to be a ceremony while transferring this place to each other, which recently stopped. The reason was that this island is a part of Basque Country, which is a region in Spain that has a strong separatist movement against Spain and to some extent France. The condition is so critical that even the road signs along the border are in French and Basque, not in Spanish. Thus, to avoid possible consequences, this ceremony no longer takes place, but sovereignty is transferred on a regular basis. This island, which has experienced so many historic meetings, is slowly eroding due to the river flow. In upcoming years, this island might disappear, which will end this transfer of power. That's all about this place. Hope you liked this video. Merci.